over the winter and then this spring, and what do you envision for him next year?
Yeah, he's making progress, and you know, he's another one of those guys, much like Matt. I think he really wants to be good. I think football's important to him. You see flashes out of him, some really moments of you know, some really good things. And then, you know, because he's a young guy and hasn't figured it out yet, you know, he takes a step back. And so the growth process, it's you know, an ongoing process. And he flashed against Illinois last year, and he made a couple really big plays for us. He could have also made a couple more in that game. But that's, you know, that's a part of growing up and you know, continuing to develop. But I think he's on the right path, and I think he can be a good player here. He just has to do it on a day in, day out basis.
Jonathan Parker's a guy who transitioned to your position last year. How has he progressed, and is he expanded beyond kind of just jet sweep guy?
Yeah, absolutely. I see great growth out of Jonathan, and he's a guy, you know, right now, because he's only played wideout for a year. You know, he's playing one position, trying a little bit at another position, but you know, everybody always says, oh, you know, hey, move him to wide receiver, right? Those guys can play because they're great athletes. And there's no doubt that there's a little bit of that. You have to project some guys sometimes. What I see out of Jonathan is this: I see an eagerness to want to be coached, and that's what excites me as a coach. You know, when you teach him a technique and you go over something, it's important to him, and he tries to do it exactly the way you want it done. Now, it doesn't mean it always gets done that way, but after being with me for a year, boy, he's making improvement on a daily basis, and he still has a long way to go. But I see some light at the end of the tunnel for him, and that excites me as a coach. And he's not just a jet sweep guy, and so, you know, he catches the ball extremely well. Sometimes it still gets on him, you know, kind of quickly. But he's also a guy, previous question, you know, he's also a guy that had to develop a little more grittiness and toughness in terms of downfield blocking and going and digging out safeties. He's showing that he's willing to do that. And I think as a coach, that's what you're looking for. You know, when guys are willing, then you know, you've won half the battle.